Hi there, I'm Miss Julia. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the four temperament or the four personalities. So we have choleric, sanguine, melancholy, and phlegmatic. Let's talk about it today and find out who are you, what is your temperament, what is your partner's temperament, what are your children's temperament or your friends. Find out. Let's dig in. Let's start now. See you soon. So, to start with, we have choleric. Okay, so who is a choleric? A choleric is a natural born leader. Imagine the captain of a sport team. Okay, that's a choleric. So, imagine the captain of a team who always want to win, who always want your team to win. So, they will always make sure that they're pushing everyone. They put all the pressure on the team, making sure that you win because winning is what they want. Like, let's look at their strengths and later on we look at their weaknesses, okay? So they take change easily and can tell others what to do in a helpful way. They make sure plans are actually carried out. They love chasing goals, whether it's winning a game or building the best Lego castle. They keep going until it's done. They are very, very ambitious. Told you before, winning is all they care about. Then let's look at their weaknesses. So they they sometimes tell people what to do too much in a bossy way or in a mean way. If things aren't done their way, they might quickly say no and want things to be done their way. They are goal getters. Imagine winning a game or building the best local castle. They don't give up until it's done. They can easily get frustrated or have a bad mood if the plan don't get, how they want or if the plan don't work out. That's their weaknesses, okay? So a choleric is a person who will make sure you reach your goals but might sometimes need a reminder. Okay, you might have to remind them that they have to be a little bit patient and share the control because they are naturally controllers and always want to lead. They might, take control in situations where probably they might have to share the control or decisions making. Okay, so if you are in a team, sometimes decisions have to be taken by not only one person but by the whole team, okay? And cholerics tend to forget that, you know, yeah. Sometimes you have to remind them, oh, don't forget we are a team, we are winning together. The win is not only yours, we all win as a team. So let's all try something out. Let's take decisions together. You might have to remind them as often as you can. Make sure you remind them. Otherwise, I'm sorry. So that was the choleric. Let's move to the next one. See you soon. Oh, here we have our super fan friend. That's how I call them. Sanguines are super fan people. They are people you really want to be around for fun. Yes. So let's look at it. Who is a sanguine? A sanguine is a friend who is always happy, talks a lot, and makes every day feel like a party. Okay, yes. They are like brightly colored balloons, bubbly, energetic, and floating high. Yes. They are always happy, okay? And they always want everyone to be happy. They are the bright star at the party, at every party. They are the ones who always have, want to be happy and want everyone to be happy. They are the ones who are always dancing and want everyone to be on the dance floor. So they're the ones who just come to pull people around, dance and have fun. I guess you know one. Or you might be one yourself. Okay, so let's go. The cheerleader of the group, always happy and full of energy. They are great at cheering everyone up and making friends with anyone. The talker, they are storytellers and they love to talk about all the fun things they've done. They are super friendly and exciting to be around. The artist, they have a lot of creative ideas, okay? They might love drawing, singing, or making games up, okay? The spotlight, They love being noticed. If it's a game or a show, they want to be the star. As I told you, they enjoy attention. Anything attention is what they want, okay? Thinking of a perfect example, just imagine being at a party. You know that friend that always want everyone to look at them because they know all the dance moves. I used to have such a friend, okay? So whether it was a party, whether it was a meeting, wherever we were, like could be in school, could be anywhere, this friend will just start dancing. Okay, she will dance and dance and show you all the moves that they've learned. And sometimes, you just wonder, where do you get all this energy from? That was a friend, like that was a sanguine friend. That's, yeah, that's how they are. Like, to cut it short, let's look at their weaknesses. So the forgetter, they can get so excited about what they are doing right now that they might forget things like homework or promises, okay, they made earlier on. The latecomer, they sometimes lose track of time because they are having so much fun. This can make them late for plans or meetings. The quitter, they love starting new hobbies, but as soon as the exciting part is over, they get bored quickly and want to start something else. The sad face. If they feel like no one is paying attention to them or saying good job, they can easily get sad. Okay. So that is how they forget things easily because they always live in the moment. They concentrate on the moment, whatever they are doing now, that's what make them happy. Okay, so they might forget about a couple of things. Then the latecomer, the typical latecomers, oh sorry, I lost track of time. I guess those kind of people. Oh, so I'm very sorry, I lost track of time, I wasn't looking at my watch. Yes, those kind of people. So if you have such a friend, you might want to call them. Where are you? Are you on your way? Yeah, that will help. Then the creator said, I think the idea. Remember in the strength we mentioned that they have so many creative ideas, right? Yes. So because the ideas are so many, they might always want to start new hobbies, new plans, new stuff that. But unfortunately, probably they might not finish any of them. Okay. And then the sad face was very clear. They love attention. So when they don't get the attention, they might get sad because that's what they need. Okay. That's what they need. They need that. Okay. So a sanguine friend is the one who will make you laugh and want to play, but might need help. You might need to help them to look up the time. You might need to help them to finish what they've already started. Okay, so as we said, now you know who a sanguine is. So let's move to the next one. Here we have the deep thinker, the melancholy or the melancholic. Yes. Who are these people? Imagine a friend who is super smart, loves to figure out puzzles, and always wants their work to be perfect. That's a melancholic. Yeah. They are like wise old, quiet, thoughtful, and noticing all the little details. Yes. So, do you know one? Okay. Let's look at their strengths and then we look at their weaknesses. Okay. The perfectionist. They want everything they do, from drawing a picture to building a tower, to be perfect. Perfection is what they want. They pay attention to every little details or every tiny details, yes. The deep thinker, they spend a lot of time in their heads thinking deeply about things. They are very creative in quiet ways, like writing poem or writing beautiful music. Okay. The planner, they like to have schedule or a routine. They stick to it. Okay. They are very dependable and honest. They always say exactly what they mean. Then the independent worker. They can do things really well all by themselves and don't always need a big group to be happy. So there's so much to talk about here that I don't even know where to start from because I don't know how much time we have. Okay, but melancholy people. very detailed. They pay attention to detail, as we said. So imagine the friend when you're traveling, who is traveling, will just book their ticket ahead, make sure they draw a plan, they write down all the places that they want to visit, they make sure they get addresses, they check, they check the routine, like they check the track wherever they have to go, they have to see the road, they have to make sure that everything is perfect, everything is printed, everything is always with them, saved perfectly. I don't know. This is what I can say about a melancholic person. Then yeah, planning is what they love. They love that. I personally think that they are very loyal people, very loyal friends, very loyal people to be around, honest, as I said. And yeah, one thing is like they don't need so many people, unlike the sanguine who need to be in a crowd. Melancholy, they don't really need that. I think they're also good by themselves. Spending time by themselves is also what they love. So let's move to their weaknesses. The warrior, because they want things to be done perfectly, they can easily get sad or upset if things don't turn out right. Okay. If things don't work their way, or how, when things don't work out how they want them to go, they feel sad. Okay. Yes. Then the quiet sufferer. If they are sad, they often keep it a secret and don't complain. They might need a kind friend to ask them what's wrong. The too careful friend. They might worry so much about doing something wrong that it takes them a long time to start a project, or they might be afraid to try new things. Okay, so unlike the sanguine who starts so many projects and never finish them, melancholy person is someone who will hardly start a project only because they spend so much time worrying about planning and orchestrating everything, making sure that everything will be perfect. So this might take them a long time before they can actually start a project. Okay. Yes, and then we have the loner. They usually prefer quiet time alone or with one good friend rather than being a noisy or big crowded place. Okay, as I said, this is clear. It's total opposite from the sanguine. Okay, the sanguine wants to be the center of attention, wants to be always among people and stuff like that. The melancholy person is opposite, prefer spending time alone or with few people, if not one or two. That's how they thrive. That's what they love, and especially must be a friend like them. Prefer let's say so. Let's say so. That's what they love. And then there's one point that I skipped, the quiet sufferer. So when they're sad, they keep it a secret. So it's honestly very hard to notice when a melancholy person is sad or is going through stuff, because they hardly talk about what they're going through. So if you have such a friend, sometimes if you know how they are, you know when to approach them and ask, hey, are you okay? Yeah, I hope you have such friends. Then we have a melancholic friend is the one who will create beautiful things and help you think through a tough problem, sorry. But they need to be reminded that it's okay, that things are things don't have to be 100% perfect. Okay. Yes, honestly speaking, on this a personal experience, I do have a melancholy friend who, whenever I think like I have to analyze stuff, I have to think about certain decisions, when I do contact them, they do help me, analyzing, they ask questions, what do you think? They make sure I get to a final answer on my own, where I realize, okay, this is how this problem is looking, this is what I have to do, this is what I have to avoid. So yes, they're very good at that. So if you have such friends, keep them tight. They're very loyal. Keep them very tight. Don't let them go. Let's move to the last one, the phlegmatic. Let's. Hey there. So the chill friend, phlegmatic. So imagine a friend who is always calm, quiet, happy, just to be sitting next to you. That's a phlegmatic. Yes, they are likely peaceful, friendly, slow, steady, and easygoing. Okay, yeah. Let's look at their strengths. The peacemaker. They are very kind and love peace. If there is a disagreement, they are the one who stays calm and trying to help everyone else get along. Okay. The quiet helper. They might be a little shy, but they love to give and get hugs and affection. They are super supportive and caring friends. The relaxed one. They are very easygoing. They are happy with how things are and they don't get stressed out about small changes or rushing. The good listener. Since they are often quiet, they are excellent listeners and are very dependable. Yes, these are their strengths, right? These are their strengths. So you know those people who are always calm, whether in a class or wherever, they hardly talk, you hardly hear their voice, or you hardly notice them in a room. Okay, you always have to turn around to be like, oh, okay, yeah, they're actually there. Those kind of people. Let's look at their weaknesses. They are slow mover. Okay, because they are so relaxed, they sometimes seems a bit lazy or don't have a lot of energy. Okay, it can be hard to get them excited about new activities. So a perfect example, you see, when probably you come out with the idea, oh, today let's go bowling, everyone is excited. Phlegmatic totally, okay, let's go bowling. Like they don't I feel like sometimes they don't show emotions, or they just say yes to anything you want to do. Yeah. That's how I think they are. Then the stayer, they are so content happy with how things are, that they don't always like to try new things or change their routine, even if a change would be helpful. So I think this is something a little bit um negative about them. They are fixed to a routine, okay? And if something have to be changed, they don't like it. They don't like change. They just want things to be, everything for them to get that peace of mind. They don't want to be disturbed. Leave them. Even if the routine is boring, they are good to go. But sometimes, sometimes it's good to change something. It's good to make some amendments and just go with them. So if you have such friends, these are some of the reminders you may have to, give them. Then the hidden voice. They might have great ideas, but because they are quiet and don't like to cause a fuss, they sometimes keep their thoughts or feeling hidden. So this is also sad. I remember in classrooms, you normally had this friend who hardly talk, probably full of ideas, but never come out with their own idea. Okay, they're always quiet and always accept what others are saying. But sometimes, if they could also say their own idea, that will also benefit other people, and that's what I actually think. So these are some of their weaknesses. These are not all of them. These are just some. Yeah, let's move on. A phlegmatic friend is the one who gives the best or most calming support and always helps keep the peace, but they might need a little encouraging not to try something new. Okay, so if you have such friends, you might have to take that decision and be like, hi, what do you think? Let's go do this. Why don't you try this? You have to take that initiative for them. I bet you that they will follow, they will do what you're saying, because they honestly don't like taking decisions. But if you take decisions, they will do. I personally think like sometimes they should also, stand up for themselves a little bit, talk more or try new things. Even though we know this how they are, you know, it's okay. This is how they are. So by listening to this, you notice that they are the opposite of cholerics. Okay, so cholerics is the I don't know whether to say the loud type, the bossy type, yes, and the phlegmatic is the cool, the cool like that. Whatever you say is okay. Okay, let's just do it. Yes. So these are the four temperaments. So personally, this I made this presentation for my children, and I feel like it was very interesting for other people as well, because if you have if you are aware of your temperament and other people's temperament, it would be easy to, get along with people and understand them from their perspective sometimes. So yes, this is one of the reasons why I decided to make these videos. It's good to know, and you also know how to get along with people. Sometimes actions are very hard to be to it's very hard to understand people, but once you know who they are and how they are, it might get easy. Okay, so that's the reason why I make these videos. Of course, I'm going to make more of them because there's so much to talk about when you talk about the temperaments and stuff like that. This was just a little part of it. I'm going to make more, explaining a little bit more, making videos, trying to make animation videos also to make it clear. Feel free to share this with your children. Feel free to share this with whoever you want to share. I think this is a perfect knowledge for children also, for them to understand their friends and understand themselves as well. So thank you for watching. Yes, so as I was saying, thank you for watching. It was nice having you. I'm very happy that you watched till this point or till the end. Let's talk about it with Miss Julia, and that's me. See you in my next video. Feel free to like, share, comment, whatever. Your comments are welcome. Your suggestions are always welcome. See you in the next video. Bye bye.